And thank you very much. Great show tonight, coming to you from Nantasket Beach, our legendary home since 1936. How cool is this? And Stevie Greenberg will tell us a little more about this great home a little later in the show. But right now, it's time to turn it over. We call this our inspirational segment, and I'm going to let him explain the whole segment. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for my friend, Joe Satriano.
Well, thank you very, very much, Howie. I always like to try to tie in my segment with what the segments are here, and you have made me felt like part of the family. So even though I'm not biologically the family member, I do appreciate it.
He's an Nantasket.
I met Howie, I don't know how many years ago, but he found out about what I do, which is basically I was a former high school math teacher, married to my wife Susan for 29 years. Yes, we actually multiplied twice in our lives. Please hold the laughter down. Unfortunately, 16 years into our 29-year marriage, Sue did contract breast cancer, and 13 years after, she did pass away. I actually found strength and courage somehow, somewhere, built it up, and started a foundation in her name. If you notice the double S kissing at a pink heart on my pin, standing for the Susan Satriano Foundation. And the requirements for the foundation to get the scholarship are basically three. The first two are very easy. Number one, graduating high school senior. Number two, going to an accredited college in the fall. Number three is the kicker, unfortunately. You must have a parent who has either passed away of cancer, presently battling, or in remission. If you meet those three requirements, there are no tests, no essays, you get the scholarship, period. These kids have enough on their plate already. I'm not asking them to write essays or take tests or anything like that. My heart goes out to them because of what they've had to face in their very young lives, considering the fact that now they still have to keep those grades going, write those college essays, and now deal with what's going on at home. So one of the wonderful things that I do with this is not only do I hand out a scholarship monetarily, but I also go and interview, and I put interview in quotes. I talk to each and every one of the students I help. This year I'm helping 257 kids. I've met every single one of them. The ones that are in California, thank you. The ones in California, I do Skype interviews with them, so they're in my living room. The only disadvantage, Howie, is I must get dressed. Only waist up, don't worry. And the ones that are in the neighborhood, Long Island district and upstate New York and all, and Connecticut and New Jersey and all, I actually go to the schools. And all I ask is give me 20 minutes of their time. And basically it becomes a very cathartic episode because I have walked the walk, unfortunately. I tell them my story and it becomes very cathartic for them. They open up like crazy. So what I've been doing on Howie's show, and he's been so gracious to allow me to share some stories, I've met over 900 kids. I've given out well over $500,000 in scholarships. So what I do is every week I mention a particular situation, a particular story. This story tonight is about a girl named Naomi who I met 3 years ago in a high school. She was dealing with her mom who had breast cancer. I'm very happy to say that her mom is okay. Naomi is in college, but she wrote an email to me, which I would like to share with you all, so bear with me. She wrote, "Hi, Mr. Satriano. My name is Naomi, and I met you 3 years ago at my high school. We had a lovely chat about dealing with cancer and the side effects that chemotherapy may have on a body. At that time, my mom was going through the initial rounds of the treatment. I told you then, later in the week, the side effects would start to appear. 3 days after her chemo treatment, she would be very tired, extremely nauseous, and unable to do much of anything. I talked to you about the hopeless feelings that I had watching this pattern occur month after month. Mom couldn't do the things that she used to do, cooking, cleaning, just being part of the family. You encouraged me to take control of the situation, empower myself to feel less helpless. I know that having a clean house was always high on my mom's priority list. After I got home from school, I'd work hard to make sure that the house was spotless, germ-free. something Mom didn't have to worry about any longer. I did this every month right after Mom's treatments. I had homework to finish, and some days I had tests to study for the next day. It was difficult to fit everything in, but I did it. It was important for me to do my part to make Mom's life a little easier. Thank you for suggesting that. I am happy to tell you that Mom is doing great, treatments are over, and she's living her normal life once again. I saw how that simple act of cleaning the house made my mom feel so much better, so I took your idea one step further. At college, I started a cancer cleaning service. Amazing, a child doing this. I started it by putting flyers on a bulletin board, got names of addresses and cancer patients in the neighborhood, and one by one made appointments to come and clean their homes. It has gotten so big that I actually have a staff of friends helping me now. It is a great feeling to give back, even if it is as small as cleaning someone's home because they are too ill to do it themselves. I feel that I'm making a difference in these people's lives, just as I did 3 years ago when I helped Mom. I can't thank you enough for your guidance and encouragement. You have helped me to see that instead of feeling sorry for your situation, getting out there and doing something to help make it easier is the way to go. I'll keep in touch. Sincerely, Naomi. You know, she sent me, and I kind of cut off some of the information. She sent me her initial brochure. That's Naomi in the picture, and cancer cleaning service, and it just went from there. Like I said, it just grew in leaps and bounds, and there is no greater feeling and no greater thing that one could do for someone else than to give back. Make a dent in this world. Show people that you care about their situation. If you want to hear more of this type of stuff, please go to my website, which is www.susansatrianofoundation.com, or call me at 516-603-5520. It's been an incredible joy. Do I wish Sue were here? Absolutely. I know that she's not coming back, so I took lemons and made lemonade out of it, just like so many of these wonderful kids that I've met throughout the 10 years I've been doing this. So Howie, I thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to share this information, and hopefully it'll inspire someone else out there to do something like this. Thank you so much.
All right. Awesome, Joe. Very inspiring. All right, we're going to take our final break of the evening, and after the break, Rocco has 2 segments. He's going to do a poem and his movie review, and we're going to finish the show with a little T Street history and an original by Bo Vina. Going to our last break of the evening, I'm Halftime Howie. This is Broadcasting on the Beach with Halftime Howie, coming to you live from historic T Street, Nantasket on AM 1240 WGBB.